written by Mike Stork. Focus question: where is Acadia National Park, and what can you see there? First, it is the sun. Acadia National Park is one of the first places in the United States to see the sunrise. Look on the map and you'll understand why. Many stretches farther east than any of the 49 states. The Acadia sits on many eastern edge, flies out into the Atlantic Ocean. The park is less than 50,000 acres, 202 square kilometers. Compared to many national parks, they're small. Still, the pieces that make up Acadia make for a beautiful park. What? Land amid the sea. Today, Acadia is one of the most popular national parks in the United States. More than 2 million people visit each year. The park includes beautiful coastline, islands, forests, lakes, mountains, and rocks. It packs a lot of variety into a small space. The large part of Acadia National Park is on Mount Desert Island. More than 20 mountains rise from the sea here at 1,530 feet, 466 meters. Cadillac Mountain is the tallest because its early sunrise and amazing view is also the most crowded. Acadia has more than 40 miles, 64 kilometers of coastline. Because Acadia's coast is young, sandy shore here are rare. Waves shape around what sand there is, along with rocks and oil material. During low tide, the ocean leaves behind the pool of water. Inside this pool live sea stars, sea cucumbers, hot pink seaweed, and other living things. Tide pools come and go. After all, decorated by tide, which also come and go. Acadia's tide can rise a 12 feet, 4 meters during a day. It's best to visit the tide pool where the tide is going out. You have some more time to explore them. Wildlife. Acadia is one of the best bird watching spots in the country. 338 kinds of birds have been sighted here. Each autumn, strong wind pushes thousands of raptors south. They migrate from Canada to warmer areas for winter. Cadillac Mountains offers a close look at these hawks and orchestral fly overhead. Return of the falcon. Falcons are one of the fastest animals on Earth. Long ago, they nested on Acadia's Mount Desert Island. The speed didn't save them from humans, though, whose activities killed many of them. By the 1960s, peregrine falcons had disappeared from Acadia. In 1973, the park began the effort to bring the falcons back. Since 1991, falcon trees have been born in the park every year. Other parts of Maine have lots of bears and moose. Acadia has a few of these, but it mostly has smaller mammals such as foxes, mink, and popcorn. Quite small because Acadia is not a a big park, and that limits the size of animals out there. A park made piece by piece. The most amazing fact about Acadia may be that it's become a national park at all. Native people called Wabanaki live on the island. There's now been in 12,000 years. Wabakani means people of the Dawnland. 5 different tribes united to be beat Wabanaki. They made canoes of birch trees and fish hunted and gathered plants around the area known today as Acadia. In the 600s, French settlers arrived and took land from Wabanaki. When British settlers began moving north in the 1700s, there was too much conflict between French and British. These conflicts, diseases brought by European settlers, killed many Wabanaki people and forced others to move away. Although much of the monkey was taken by the shelter, the Wabanaki remained in a small number. After Maine became a state in 1820s, rich people come from big eastern cities came to the rocky coastline. The Wabanaki sold baskets and handmade from sweetgrass and birch. The rich people who came to buy land and build fancy summer homes bought them. The Wabanaki today, 5 separate tribes joined together to become the Wabanaki. These tribes or nations can be found today in northern Maine, a part of Canada. Those who live near Acadia continued the traditions of their ancestors by building canoes and baskets. They also guides for hunting, tortoise, sell small shellfish, and educate people at the yearly Native American Festival and Basket Market. By the early 1900s, a few rich landowners had the idea of buying land in order to protect it. A man named George Dorr and others began to donate land to create a park that would preserve the area. By 1913, they had acquired 5,000 acres, 20 square kilometers, which they had to be the government in 1919. All the land became a national park. The story of Dorr. George Dorr lived alone in the grand house on the Mount of Desert Island. By the time he died in 1944, he had spent all his money buying land and turning around and donating it. But Dorr had made his dream come true. Acadia had become a national park. After his death, it kept growing, piece by piece, like a patchwork quilt. Even today, landowners continue to donate land around Acadia. Conclusion: Acadia Park is a place where sea and mountain meet. People come to see and meet to breathe the salty air, and of course to watch the sunrise. After getting the new days, there's plenty more to see and do in Acadia. Visitors can hike, camp, fish, or ride a bicycle. If you ever get a chance to visit, do. Connections. The author says if you ever get a chance to visit, do use details from the book to write 3 things you would like to see during a visit to Arcadia. Choose one animal that lives in Arcadia National Park. Find 5 facts about it. Make a trading card about the animals using the information you learned.